So James, you folks obviously didn't do this overnight.
For alerts, right? We can alert on
what makes Verkada successful?
Set a motion grid on a camera.
That's a great question. Verkada, to me, is successful because it's simple, right? Verkada solves the challenge that I think a lot of customers face, which is the complexity of a multi-piece solution. When you look at things like NVRs, VMS, servers, multi-location, software, plugins, VPN or network configuration, there's a lot of complexity there. And what Verkada does is it simplifies the solution down to the camera and the end customer. So what we do is we store all the video on the camera itself. Up to 120 days of continuously recorded, full motion, high resolution video without compromise on the camera itself. And then we let you, the user, use that video, access that video from any device, anywhere, anytime. With 2 clicks, 5 seconds, you have that video.
So it's essentially plug and play with just a camera serial number and authorization key.
Camera, serial number, no authorization key required. Oh, wow. We set that up on the back end. You plug the camera into the network. As long as you have internet access and there's power to the camera via PoE, 2 minutes later that camera will work, no questions asked. It will phone home securely. It uses standard internet access protocol, so you don't have to configure your firewall. There's no VPNs, there's no port forwarding, there's nothing to do. Plug it into the network, 2 minutes later it's phoned home securely to the cloud. It's asked if there's anything for it to do. The cloud has responded, please do this. Please show this video, please zoom in, please do whatever. It happens automatically. There's no IP address in the camera. So what that means is the camera's invisible to the outside world. Nobody can find the camera. There's no passwords to hack. There's nothing to go wrong. There's nothing you can do at the camera as a user because the cloud is the one that's responding to a question from the camera. So it's been an interesting road. The company's been around for 4 years. 4 years ago, the founder of our company had the epiphany of things are complicated, they should be more simple. For the first couple of years of our existence, we spent all of our energy developing our own hardware and our own software. So everything you see here is Verkada. We design our own hardware. We have it built for us. We write our own software. We don't OEM anything. We don't buy anything. This is us. It's taken us quite a few years to get to this point. But now that we're at this point...
It's nice, no middleman.
No middleman.
And it looks like you have a very sophisticated UI. Let's go over here. We've got a little free opening here.
So the point of Verkada is to keep things simple. And so again, this is all us. When you come into the interface, and this is username, password, 2-factor authentication, you can come in and quickly see one camera, or all of your cameras, or a grid of cameras, but you can do this from any device, anywhere, anytime. And you mentioned before we have some large national interests. It's because customers are coming and saying this is what they want. They want a level of usability that doesn't require a degree to get what they need, or time, energy, money, and resource to get what they need. They want the right user to have the right access at the right time, simply. Maybe from their phone. Maybe it's a store manager being alerted to too many people standing in the queue. We can do that, and we can alert an iPad, or we can alert a phone, or we can alert a regional manager. Maybe it's sharing live video with first responders, law enforcement, security people. With 2 clicks, customers can have that happen.
Wow, so if there's, that first responders are arriving, you can securely share it?
I can pick a camera. That's all done. I can click a button. I can put in a cell phone number or an email address, and I can send this out with an expiration or a custom date, and within 5 seconds, they receive a link to that camera. They will receive that live video in the palm of their hands in 5 seconds or less.
Wow, and that expires.
And that expires, or you can manually blow it up. And there's complete audit logging behind the scenes too. We can tell you who accessed the video, what video they accessed, and for how long they accessed it.
So I'm looking at the command line there. It's command.verkada.com, and that's
a typical browser interface.
Yeah.
Any device, any supported browser. So Safari, Google, Chrome, Edge, Microsoft, mobile versions. You can log in from any mobile device. And we also have apps for iOS, for iPhone, for Android, and for Apple TV.
So if you don't want to use an app, you can just use a mobile browser.
Absolutely.
Show me the user interface to add a camera.
Adding a camera is as simple as adding a camera. Type in the serial number right here. Or you can scan a QR code from the box if I'm doing this mobily, and it would associate with your organization. In this case, the organization is Verkada IT. And then to add a user, you either integrate with a directory service, and as HR adds or deletes people out of the system, they come and go from here, or I can just add a user as simply as adding an email address. Whatever. There you go.
So you scale.
So we can do unlimited number of users, 10,000 cameras per organization, 10,000 organizations per owner. So millions and millions and millions of cameras. And then it's hierarchical. You can give people limited access to what they really need, sites, cameras, whatever they really need. You don't have to give them access to anything, everything. You just give them access to what you want them to have access to. Creating an overall grid view is as simple as clicking grid, clicking plus, and then selecting the cameras that you would like in your grid view.
How easy is it to review?
To find information.
Yep.
To come to a camera, to highlight an area on the camera, and now filter out. This is a crosswalk with people in cars. To filter out vehicles, we just care about people. Click on people, find the thing that you want. We can tell you how many people are in the scene. In this case, it was one.
Wow.
So click on that. Now we put the command in the cloud. Within 5 seconds, this camera is going to phone home. Now we're replaying this. This is video stored on the camera, and now it's being replayed up through the cloud across the internet here at the convention center, which is not all that great, and back down, and we're watching it here. And if I wanted to save this in the cloud, I click archive, and now I can save this clip in the cloud. It will be there forever.
So you've taken the most popular user interfaces and combined it with a very easy to deploy system.
Plug and play, point and click.
Now I get it.
And this is why we have interest across the spectrum. We have regional dealers, we have local dealers, we have national dealers. We work with lots of people because the customer interest is so strong.
So is it competitive?
From a price point?
Yes.
Absolutely. We figure we're in the neighborhood of 20 to 30% less expensive per site than a traditional NVR, VMS, IT-based solution.
So show me these cameras. So you've got one.
So this is our fisheye. This is a 180 degree. So if I mount it vertically, it will see left and right, 180 degrees. If I mount it horizontally, it will see in a 360 degree circle. This is indoor and outdoor. Comes with a 10-year warranty. 12 megapixel sensor. These two are basically the same camera, D30, D50. Indoor, outdoor. 10-year warranties, even on the outdoor cameras. Rated to 40 below zero, and was recently running in North Dakota during the wintertime, polar vortex, at 56 degrees below zero. They have built-in heaters. It ran just fine.
So it's IP66 and then some.
Exactly. We have these also running in Yuma, Arizona at a school district, running in 140 degree reflected heat off the side of the building, run just fine.
It's funny you should say that because somebody from the city of Yuma attended our smart city session and they're looking to upgrade. So
their school district is already using it.
They're already using it. That's very interesting.
These store 30, 60, 90, or 120 days. 3 megapixel with 3x optical zoom, 30x digital zoom on all the cameras.
So 120 days on one camera. Is that on SD card or is that in
solid state?
Solid state memory. Wow.
And that also is guaranteed for 10 years. And that is also slaved to the board. So if someone was to break apart the camera, remove the storage media, you could not put the storage media in a different reader and get anything off of that. First of all, it only takes commands from the cloud. And second of all, it won't operate because it will recognize it's not in the original device.
So you avoid having to deal with any SDIO issues.
Correct.
And any card version issues.
Correct. This is not your local $49 storage media either. This is engineered to last 10 years on video read-write cycle.